Horses of Detroit muscle. It's a beast.
Do you like Lego? Do you like the Fast and the Furious? Do you live your life a quarter mile at a time?
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Today I'm going to be looking at Dominic Toretto's 1970 Dodge Charger from the original Fast and Furious movie, and maybe do some improvements upon it.
Come on. Obviously something's off.
Do I need to mention the Dominic Toretto minifigure?
You embarrass me! Get over here!
This car shapes up pretty nicely. I like how the front end is done. However, throughout the car, the medium stone gray color is used for all of the chrome features. So it lacks, this metallic presence that is shown on the screen in the movie. So I want to add more metallic elements. Also, these two studs up front seem to be out of place. I'm going to see about removing those. The hood and the roof, they have a lot of gaps. I just don't like how all the tiles come together at, odd angles and just no consistent patterns. The wheels are okay, but I would prefer them to be deeper dished wheels, have more offset. This sticker for the mirror is unacceptable to me. Suggest leaving that off. We've got some stickers for the windows here on a transparent panel piece. I'm going to see about brick building those. The rear, I've got no complaints. It looks good to me. Don't get me wrong, this car is nice. But if I want it to live up to my standards of Dom's Charger, I'm going to do some modifications. Because modifications, after all, is part of the Fast and the Furious. Just like the Bond DB5, the minifigure's hand sits awkwardly underneath the windshield. And how is he supposed to get out of this car if the doors don't open? Alright, now before I show you my modded car, I should say that my mods are completely, for the most part, somewhat legal techniques.
Now, whatever it is you're in on, I want in on it too.
I found this metallic sticker sheet that I used for cutting out some stickers on these sloped pieces to add more sheen to the front.
You know what you're doing?
Experimenting with wheels right now. This car's up on blocks.
We'll see how you do. Then we'll talk.
Let's try some metallic tiles from Optimus Prime. Looks cool, but not really accurate. So I ended up keeping the original wheels on there. Now let's review my mods. Starting with the front view, I've added a lot of metallic elements, the drum lacquered silver tiles that I've robbed from multiple James Bond DB5s. And the DB5s also had a lot of 1x3 tiles of that drum lacquered silver, so used one for the radiator there, whereas the original had a medium stone gray tile. Also, there's an metallic element that I've used for the engine that I've robbed from Bond's other DB5, the larger version. So just completely tore it apart. Looking at this from a bird's eye view, I've eliminated a lot of lines that were created by the tiles in the original design. Just thought that this flowed more smoothly. Used a solid 6x6 tile for the roof. Here's a side-by-side comparison. I've rebuilt the front end completely, rounded it off, eliminated the 2 studs that were up front, did a brick-built mirror instead of just using the 1 flat tile. You'll see I've added a gas cap instead of the sticker. Instead of the stickers for the rear window, I took out that panel piece and just used an inverted slope in its place. I think that works out pretty well. Some of the mods that I made are inspired from this model, such as the sloped front end and the roof tile. Now let's open the door to get to the inside. Or we can remove the roof so it's easier to see. As you can see, both doors open, close. I've done some modifications to the interior. As you could see in the original, Dom can't hold the steering wheel with his left hand, so his left hand is rendered useless. So he's got to steer and shift gears with his right hand. I don't know how that's going to be done. In my mod, I've moved the seat back by 1 stud so that we don't have the issue with his hand being under the glass. And also moved the steering wheel slightly over towards his left hand so that he could be holding the steering wheel and shifting gears, utilizing both hands. Oh, also wanted to point out these stickers I've added to create columns. I also swapped out some pieces in the back to give the bumper a chrome look. I just think it looks better. It's the Fast and the Furious. I had to add NOS.
I need NOS. I need NOS.
Alright, it's time to go drag racing. Alright, it's time for a drag race with little GreenBrick. He's got his Toyota Supra. Well, I didn't even count. Alright, take 2. 3, 2, 1, go!
On green, I'm going for it. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
You almost had me? You never had me. You never had your car.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more. Alright, the Targa top has come off.